Friends, it's a beautiful morning. Good morning. The sun is up here. Hi. So, friends, today in this beautiful setting, we are going to be talking about goals. I want to tell you the importance of goal setting. Goals should be clear and they should be measurable. Now, if you can see over there, you're able to see these hills. So, I remember a story. Once there was an expert swimmer who decided to swim across the English Channel, which is the water body that separates France from England. And just when he was about to reach uh, the other side, he decided to give up. And everybody was like literally surprised that how could he give up? And when he had just braved the storm and everything and he had reached the other side, it was a very bad day. There was bad weather. It was impossible to see beyond a few feet. And he had faced all of it, but at the last moment he had given up. So people were naturally curious that why have you given up. He answered, and it's important, I gave up because I could not see my goal. So he was not able to see how close he was to his goal, and that is why he gave up. And that's quite sad, because that's what we do. So the first thing is that your goal should be clear. Second, it should be measurable. You should be able to measure how close you are to your goal, because progress gives us encouragement. So this is the takeaway: have clear goals and measurable goals which you are able to measure. Okay, अब मेरा इतना हो गया है progress, now I'm this close, and that will motivate you. So I hope you like this story. There is another part to this story. Now I will tell you about breaking down your goals. One of my favorite motivational speakers is Brian Tracy, and he was telling in his lecture a very interesting story on how they decided to cross the Sahara Desert. Three friends, and in the Sahara Desert there is nothing, like there are not even trees. So what they have done is they have, like every half kilometer, they have put oil drums and filled them with sand, of course, to mark the road, because obviously there is no road, there is no way you can make a road in the desert, right? So there's only sand, and there are these two drums every 500 meters, like every half kilometer, and the person can get easily lost in the desert, but because of these drums he's able to find the way. So he said that it was terrible conditions, uh, like the temperatures were really high and everything, but they were able to keep going because it was always the next 500 meters. So their huge target of so many 100 kilometers was breaking down into chewable bites, right? Because it is said, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. So if you have a big goal, you have to break it down. They were able to complete the journey because in the desert they only had this in mind: we have to go to the next oil drum, we have to go to the next oil drum, and then another 500 meters, another 500 meters, another 500 meters, and that's how the whole journey was done. So you have to take two lessons from today's video. One is obviously that, first of all, you should have goals. They should be clear, they should be measurable. And the second part is that you should break down your goals into small bits where you are actually able to achieve. For example, if you have a goal of completing, for example, 10 chapters, right? So you break down the goals into small milestones, uh, small targets, that okay, time bound, uh, that This week I'm going to complete one chapter or two chapters. Next week I'm going to complete another two chapters. And then you can realize your progress every week. Every week you can be accountable if you have done that or not. So that's all for today. And just see how beautiful this is.